Hello everyone, I'm back again. Today I have yet another Black and White 2 battle. This time it's a lower tier match, particularly RU. I'm using a few RU things such as Braviary and Golurk, and the rest of my team is more NU, but again, like I've been showing you in these past two Black and White 2 matches, just about everything on my team has its new Dream World ability or move, tutor move, or combination of both. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to utilize these new threats and try them out in the new metagame. So a lot of them, as you can see, are never used things, but I'm using them in RU because they're a lot better with their Dream World abilities. Alright, so he's going to lead with his Eradicate. I noticed a lot of Pokemon on his team are normal types or physical attackers, so I thought leading with Golurk would be great. He's going to lead off with his Eradicate though, and I'm actually going to switch out into my Amoonguss straight away because I thought he'd maybe switch into something that could hit Golurk, but luckily for me he does go for Sucker Punch. That doesn't do anything. And then I'm going to pull a double switch into a Alomomola, knowing I can completely wall his Eradicate, which is what I'm doing. And he hits me with a Super Fang and another move, I think. So what I'm going to do is I go for a Wish there, and then I go for a Scald. He switches into Kecleon. I'm not really afraid of Kecleon. I'm just going to go for Toxic just to scout its moveset. And he does have Thunder Wave, so it's good I didn't switch into anything else. And I'm going to stay in here again to scout his moveset and to see what other moves he carries. He also has knockoff, so that's good to know for future reference. I just go for the Wish in case he goes for any kind of move, any attacking move. And now he's going to pull that switch back into Eradicate, who is going to take 25% damage from my Scald, and because he's also burned, he's going to be dead really before he knows it. So now I'm just going to keep firing off Wishes, just to recover myself as he, tries to attack me, especially with Super Fang, which really isn't doing much, especially because I go back up to full health right now. And his Eradicate's going to die there from the burn, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep firing off Scalds as he sends in Braviary. And Braviary is a pretty big threat, so I need to get around it. So something that I miss here is I'm kind of stupid. I kind of forgot that he knocked off my leftovers. I protected here because I thought that I could get some recovery, but unfortunately, because he knocked off my leftovers, Braviary is going to be able to kill my Alomomola with 2 Brave Birds. I didn't want to switch anything in on his Braviary. So now what I'm going to do is switch in my Ditto, who's going to automatically transform into his Braviary, and I'm just going to fire off a Brave Bird on my own. Smarter move here would have been to predict a switch and go for U-turn. Unfortunately, I do not pull that smarter move, but, I can still work around this by sending in Amoonguss, who can completely wall his Sandslash and scare it out with the prospect of the Giga Drain. So now he's going to send in Kecleon, who is poisoned. That's very unfortunate for me because he does predict the Spore. So what I'm going to have to do here is go into Golurk, predicting the Thunder Wave, and take it. And now I'm going to kind of make another dumb play, set up a Rock Polish as he switches into his Bibarel. Although I know Bibarel will take quite a bit of damage from a Life Orbed Earthquake, Max Attack, Adamant Earthquake, he still is going to live. And because he's very bulky, he's going to set up a Curse. I believe this is a simple Bibarel. And because he set up a Curse, he's essentially at +2 defense now and +2 attack. So he's going to be able to survive an Earthquake because he uses Protect, which is a good play on his part. And now he's going to kill me off with a Waterfall, which is very, very bad. I didn't see that coming, but again, that was a bad play on my part. And now I'm going to switch into Ditto to transform into Bibarel. I didn't want to switch into anything else because I felt like he had an appropriate check or counter to anything I had at the moment. And I want to save my powerhouses such as Cinccino and Swoobat for later, and now I realize that I want to save Ditto. I don't want him to paralyze my Ditto at all, so I'm going to have to switch into Amoonguss to take the Thunder Wave. Everything else on my team is too fast to want to be Thunder Waved, so I'm going to go into Amoonguss. He goes for knockoff. I'm going to kill him off with the Giga Drain there, so that's pretty good because one of his main walls is down, so I'm going to need to work around the other one, but otherwise I should do fine. Now he's going to send in Lopunny. He actually goes for Fake Out, and I'm going to go for Spore. Unfortunately for me, he has Healing Wish. What that's going to do is kill his Lopunny and fully restore the HP of anything he sends in, which is going to be his Braviary. And now his Braviary is going to kill me off with the Brave Bird because I don't want to switch anything into that Brave Bird. So now what I'm going to do is send in Ditto just to threaten and check his Braviary. And I know I'll scare him out. I can Brave Bird the Sandslash on the switch. And at this point, I don't want my Ditto to take any more damage than it has to. So I'm going to have to switch out, go into Swoobat. He has Night Slash, but that's not too bad because it looks like he doesn't have any attack investment because I'm going to take that, even though Swoobat has very bad defenses, and I'm going to be able to Psychic anything that comes in, which is a great for me, really. Now he's going to send in his Bibarel to die. He sends in his Sandslash to also die. And now he has Braviary, and I'm thinking, okay, this is great. Even though he's at 65% health, I know that a Brave Bird will really threaten him with my Ditto. So what I'm going to do here is I actually survive. He goes for Superpower for whatever reason. I guess he thought I would switch into Ditto, which would be a good play on his part, but at the same time, and also he probably doesn't want to take recoil from Brave Bird, but at the same time, all the same, I have 3 Pokemon left. He only has that one, and that's actually going to be the match in my favor. So it was a really good lower tier match. It's good to see how a lot of these lower tier, kind of rarely ever used Pokemon will kind of rise up when the new metagame starts. Actually, the new metagame has started now. July marks the advent of this new metagame with all these new moves, Dream World abilities, and forms. And it's going to really develop within the coming months. So it's going to be very nice to see. Right now, it does feel really overwhelming that there's so many new things in every tier. So it's going to be hard to kind of get back into it. But I think once we start using everything for what it's worth, we're going to see more trends. We're going to see what's really worth using even. And I think the metagame it's no doubt going to change. But it's going to be great. It's going to develop on its own with these new additions. So I think that's very exciting. This is a very exciting time for Pokemon for the 5th generation metagame, because this is where it's going to be in its prime. And so this was a great match. I had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to try out my Calm Mind Simple Swoobat or my Skill Link Choice Banded Cinccino, but I did try to use. Did get to use my Ditto, and like I said, I don't think Ditto with Impostor will stay in the lower tiers for long. It's going to probably go straight to OU, and from there, I think people are thinking it could be banned. It's not. I don't think it's worthy of being banned, but at the same time, it's going to be a great revenge killer, a great Pokemon overall, and all of these things are going to be great overall. So I'm really excited for the upcoming months. I'll write a blog about the updated tier lists probably today, so I'll have that for you. I'll put the link to my blog in the description, so keep checking that out if you want to see what my thoughts are on this developing metagame. And thank you very much for watching. Alright, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.